All right, hello and welcome to race number 5 at Knoxville Raceway. Here in the Rusty Misfits Racing League, all the dirt, rookie mini stocks. Today, we are at one of the bigger tracks that we will hit in the dirt racing side of things with half-mile Knoxville Raceway. Pretty big track, a lot of action to cover here. If I can get my car to... As we are in our practice session here, for some reason I cannot get my camera to decide it wants to follow anyone here. What is going on? And there we go. As I was saying, at the half-mile Knoxville Speedway, week number 5 of the Rusty Misfits Racing League, all the dirt rookie mini stocks. Got a little over 3.5 minutes remaining in our practice session with Hunter Wellman on top of the leaderboard ahead of Mick Olofsson in that 21 car. Hunter, if you've been paying attention to this season, has been one of the dominant drivers on the dirt racing side of things. He has yet to lose a race this season here in the rookie mini stocks. Out there driving away from everybody. Four wins so far on the season, looking to make win number 5. And league owner Dean Qualley says if he wins again tonight, he will be putting a bounty on Hunter's head. Anyone who can dethrone Hunter and beat him to the line in the final few weeks of the race will get an extra little bonus. And speaking of Dean Qualley, he is unfortunately unable to make the dirt race tonight. He messaged me just before before practice went live here, saying that the motor has blown out of that number 17 dirt car. So the Strange Brew Racing crew, they are hammering away, hoping to get the pavement car ready in time to go for the second race of tonight's event. And that second race tonight will be at Lucas Oil Raceway, so hopefully we can get Dean out there tonight, but right now we are looking at, I believe, a 7-car field. Oh, correct me. I stand corrected, at least an 8-car field here. Which means that we will have 2 4-car heat races, which will set our starting lineup for our 40-lap feature here at Knoxville Raceway. About a minute and a half remaining here. Hunter Wellman still on top of that leaderboard. 21.893 second lap. Mick Olofsson, a 9.75 right behind him. Austin Strang, his second time out here in the Rusty Misfits Racing League. Sitting solid there in 3rd place. Daniel Northcutt, I do believe this might be his first race in the rookie mini stocks. I can't recall if he's made any races so far this season. But he is sitting 4th with Aaron Murphy 5th. So looks like Ray Ange is returning out to the track for a couple of last laps before we end this practice session. That, or he is looking for someone to come out on track with him, sitting there at the end of pit road. No real reason to be sitting there unless he is waiting for someone to come out and he wants to practice racing with them. But with 24 seconds remaining in the practice session, there's not going to be much time left to go and do some side-by-side racing practice. No cars on track right now. 8 cars registered for the session. Hunter Wellman right now on the top of the leaderboard. Fastest car in practice. Definitely keeping that run up throughout this season. Very rarely have we seen that number 64 machine not at the top of that leaderboard. And he is not allowing that to change tonight, as we are getting ready to go with heat race number 1. Let's take a look at our starting lineup. Justin Walbring on pole position in that 666 car. Daniel Northcutt starting in second place on the outside of row number 1. Row number 2 will be Kyle Thayer in that 89 car with Aaron Murphy starting in 4th in that 41 machine. As the pace truck pulls out to lead them on the first of their 2 warm-up laps. Be a 8-lap heat race that will determine the inside starting line of the inside row for the feature race. Win this race, you will start pole position. Finish second, you will start in third, so on and so forth. This will be the odd number starting positions for the feature. As we are getting ready to take the green flag, we should see the pace truck pull off the track, this time down the back straightaway. And that will leave the hands in the field of that number 666 of Justin Walbring. Walbring coming off a very strong Season 4, not quite having the Season 5 that he was hoping he would. As we see the pace truck pull off. Walbring hoping to take that pole position on the start of this race. Good start on that 666 car. Easily pulling out to the lead. Kyle Thayer looking to take advantage of that outside line being a little bit slower. Northcutt not having a very quick start on that outside row. He's going to have to settle for third by the looks of it, but Murphy looking to make it too wide for third, trying to take third place away. Kyle Thayer making an impressive move to the inside of that 666 car, and we got a car going around. Looks like 3 of the 4 cars having problems here. Aaron Murphy, Daniel Northcutt starting off here. Let's take a look at all the dirt instant replay. They're side by side coming through the turn here. Thayer and Walbring just about make contact. That bottles things up, and then Murphy slides up, trying to... I think he looked like he was hoping to slide behind that 77 car, but was still alongside, and ended up turning him around. Now, there are no cautions in heat races as we look at Walbring on pit road. That has given the lead to Kyle Thayer, the only one who did not get caught up in that. Thayer now 10.6 seconds ahead of second place Daniel Northcutt. Northcutt has a 4-second lead again ahead of Aaron Murphy. It is now just single file, and they just got to finish out this race out. 4 laps remaining. And unfortunately, Walbring, from looking like he was going to have a good starting position in the feature to finish, or starting in the last row on the inside, now going to be scored several laps down as a result of hitting the inside wall. But up front, it's still Kyle Thayer, and he is extending that lead over Northcutt. Northcutt now over 11 seconds back. But Northcutt handily in second. There's a over 5-second interval back to Aaron Murphy. These guys are just running laps right now. Lap times are pretty even as we have Kyle Thayer now taking the white flag, going down the back straightaway one last time in this heat race. It will be Kyle Thayer winning heat race number 1. Daniel Northcutt easily taking second. Aaron Murphy finishing third. Justin Walbring not finishing the heat race will start in the very back of the pack. As we see our leader coming to a stop on the racetrack, we will now get ready to start heat race number 2. This race will determine the starting lineup for the outside line, so the even number starting positions. And let's take a look at our starting lineup for that. Austin Strang, one of our newcomers to the series here, will have pole position. Ray Andrews in that 13 car will be starting in second position. Mick Olofsson had a strong season 4, looking to rekindle some of that magic here in the latter half of season 5. Will be in third. Hunter Wellman, the fastest car so far this season, starting dead last in 4th place. Now, just because Hunter is starting in last position in this heat race does not mean he will not have a shot at getting a good starting position for the feature race. Just means he's got 3 cars ahead of him he has got to get ahead of. And interesting side note too, Hunter, in that 64 car, he is one of the youngest drivers in the Rusty Misfits Racing League overall. Do believe he is the youngest driver in the dirt mini stocks currently at 15 years of age. And that kid has impressed all of us here in the Rusty Misfits Racing League. That young fella, he sure can drive. Now, he does have real-life dirt track racing. He runs a dirt go-kart on short track ovals around his hometown. So he's definitely no stranger to turning left and going fast. As we go green flag. Austin Strang with a good start, easily clearing that outside line. Mick Olofsson looking to follow him through. Ray Andrews not having a very good start initially, having to fend off Hunter Wellman for third now. Mick Olofsson looking to the inside, trying to make something happen on the bottom as we see Ray Andrews catch a little bit of that Armco. That's going to allow that 64 car to pass him on the bottom. Mick Olofsson trying the slide job on Austin Strang, but Austin switching back over, doing the cut across. Hunter Wellman now looking to get in this mix there. Had his nose slid ahead for second for a little bit there. Mick Olofsson using the momentum on the outside line as we get contact at the front of the pack. Mick Olofsson, Ray Andrews, Austin Strang all getting together. Strang getting the worst end of that deal. And guess who is now out to the front? Hunter Wellman out to the lead. 9/10 of a second now ahead of Mick Olofsson. Ray Andrews taken back over third. Austin Strang catching a huge handful of that Armco barrier. That has put him a long ways back. About a second and a half or so. But up front, Mick Olofsson trying to run Hunter Wellman back down. He's got a 3/4 of a second gap to try and close. Right now, these drivers seem to prefer that bottom line. Everyone down, hugging as close to that inside berm as you can get. Although this time you see Hunter trying about a lane or two higher. But we're watching that leaderboard there. Mick Olofsson, he is slowly slowly starting to reel in our leader. It was down to about 0.6 of a second, now about half a second. 2 laps remaining in this heat race. Don't think Mick is going to have quite enough time to reel in Wellman. Ray Andrews, he's going to have a little pressure too by the looks of things here. Austin Strang, as we come to the final lap. Strang has to close that gap to Andrews. Going to look to see if he can make a move here. Looking to the inside. As we got Hunter Wellman coming through turn 4 for the last time in heat race number 2. Going to take the checkered flag. Mick Olsen going to settle for second, but Austin Strang making the last lap, last corner pass on Ray Andrews to steal 3rd place away. Ray having to take 4th place. Now these guys will have a 3-minute warm-up session. Last chance to bring out their cars and find out just what they have under the hood of those cars of theirs and figure out exactly where we're going. As we have Hunter Wellman on track. He's one of the first cars on the track. No one's laid down a lap time just yet. We got all but 2 cars on track at the moment. But no surprise, Hunter Wellman to the top of that leaderboard, 22:07. Almost 0.2 of a second faster than second place right now. Aaron Murphy running a 22:25. But now we can move Mick Olsen up into second place in this warm-up session of 22:14. Slightly faster than Murphy. You got Northcutt there with a 3.93 sitting in 4th place. Thayer and Walbring bringing up the back of the pack right now as far as cars on track, but Ray Andrews has just come out. See what he can lay down for a lap time. In fact, Andrews will move himself up into 5th position, 22.33. Walbring, and I believe that is Kyle Thayer. Yes, that is the 89 car of Kyle Thayer. Probably slowing themselves down being so close together. But right now, Hunter Wellman, he is proven himself to be the man to beat. He will be starting outside row on the front. Mick Olsen not too far behind him lap time wise though. 22:07 to a 22:14. There's 0.07 of a second between these 2 cars. Mick might have something to try to dethrone that 64 car, put a different car in victory lane tonight maybe. And if you watch season 4, this was about the time that 21 car started to shine. As we finish up the warm-up session, we are getting ready to start our 40-lap feature race here. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Kyle Thayer won heat race number 1, starting pole position with Hunter Wellman outside pole. Daniel Northcutt in that 77 car will be starting in 2nd or 3rd position, 2nd row inside with Mick Olsen outside of him. Aaron Murphy in that 41 machine will be starting in 5th with Austin Strang outside of row 3. Justin Walbring, not having the heat race he wanted, will be starting in in 7th place, last row of the inside. Ray Andrews outside of him in that 13 car will be bringing up the end of this field in 8th place. As we get ready to go here for our feature race, 40 laps, no fast repairs. You do have to remember that what you start with is what you have. You will not be pitting. You will not be getting any fast repairs. If you damage your car, you have to live with it. As we get ready to go green here, Kyle Thayer, someone we have not seen at the front of this pack very often this season, starting pole position. That is honestly a very strong run for him so far tonight. Let's see if he can maintain that momentum and hopefully get ahead of that 64 car and hold him back, maybe. Maybe Thayer can make some magic happen here tonight. As the pace truck pulls off, we are ready to take the green flag here.
Green.
There it is. We've seen that inside line prevail, and it does once again. Hunter Wellman cutting down early as we see the 21 car not getting to a good start. All kinds of all over the place. It gets the Armco that time out of turn 2. Back up front, Kyle Thayer has a lead, and we have a caution on the track. I am not sure why we have a yellow. Let's take a look at the instant replay here. Everyone is going. I'm not quite sure what the yellow flag is for here, but flag number 1 on the track. They did not even complete a lap. So it will most likely be a full reset here. And yeah, we have that 89. Kyle Thayer, Hunter Wellman still in 2nd. Northcutt in 3rd. Mick Olson back up to 4th. I'm wondering if maybe race control did not like something on that initial start. Because we did see that 21 car all kinds of crossed up going into turn 1. As we appear to be getting ready to go back green flag racing here. Cars are double back up, side by side, 4 deep. We'll likely be seeing that pace truck pull off the track and send these boys back racing. And yes, there the truck goes. Field back in the hands of Kyle Thayer. Green flag back in the air. Hunter with a decent start on the outside that time. Does not let that 89 get clear going into turn 1, but 89 is able to power ahead down on that bottom side. Once again, Thayer sliding up just ahead of that 64 car. Mick Olson with a much better start this time around. We see Northcutt in the middle of a hornet's nest of action. He's got Mick Olson ahead of him, Austin Strang behind him, Justin Walbring not far behind that. A little bit of a gap back to Ray Andrews, Aaron Murphy. But right now, Northcutt getting pressure from Strang in that 33 car. Ooh, and we see See Northcutt catch that berm. That's going to kill his momentum. Strang down to the bottom now. He's going to have to give up that position, and Walbring looking to take advantage of that mistake as well. Move Austin Strang up to 4th place. Meanwhile, at the front, Kyle Thayer, not having a good run at the moment, has lost the lead to Hunter Wellman and gave the position number 2 to Mick Olofsson. Hunter Wellman out to the lead, 0.8 of a second ahead already, and going to be opening it up as we see Mick Olofsson hard into that outside Armco barrier. Kyle Thayer able to avoid that incident. Moved to the inside, got around for 2nd place, but Olofsson looking back to the bottom of the track. It's going to slide up ahead of that 89 car, take 2nd place away, but the 89 is pulling the good old crossover. Going to see a lot of that in the remaining 33 laps. Thayer back just ahead, a little bit of contact with that 21 car. Going to check both of them up a little bit. That's going to allow Strang to start reeling these two in, but the bad news is that's allowing that 64 of Wellman to drive away. He has now got a 1.8 second lead. Right now, though, gives 2nd place to Olofsson. He is taking that over. Thayer not able to hold on. Although Thayer looking back to that bottom line, trying to pull back alongside that 21 car. Just about there. Mick Olofsson moving down to cover that lower line. Not going to give Thayer the time of day to make an easy move. But now, give that differential between 1st and 2nd. We were just under a second. We are now just under 2 seconds, 1.7 seconds between 1st and 2nd. Austin Strang looking to try to make a move here, trying to catch back up to that 89 of Thayer. Kyle trying to hold on to 3rd place, but Thayer seems to be slightly... Well, the last time by, they were tied for lap times. In fact, last time by, Hunter Wellman in 1st place ran at 22.56, as did Kyle Thayer and Austin Strang. Faster than the 3 of them was Mick Olofsson at 22.41. Mick slowly working, trying to close that gap down between him and that lead, just not making much headway at this time. "12 laps into this race, now 13. Mick Olofsson still 1.8 seconds behind our leader. Right now, this is the closest battle on track. Kyle Thayer, Austin Strang, they are about 0.3 of a second apart from each other. Strang slowly reeling that 89. In fact, he's going to look to the inside. They are not having a good exit off of the corner. Getting a little bit of that Armco, killed his momentum, allows that 33 car to sail on by. Meanwhile, at the back of the pack here, Ray Andrews off the pace just a little bit. Sitting at the back of the pack, not quite sure what happened to Ray. In fact, we can probably take a quick look here at our... All the dirt gets into that Armco barrier hard. And that killed all his momentum. And then ends up spinning it around. But keeps it going straight, does not pull the caution. Aaron Murphy just ahead of him, not having the race he wanted. He is 10 seconds behind our leader. Walbring just ahead of him. You see these guys are starting to take some different lines around this racetrack, trying to find where the grip is. But back up front, Mick Olofsson got some company. That 89 car He's found a little bit of speed lately. In fact, Austin Strang has passed that 21 for second place and has driven away. Why don't we take... As we near the halfway point here, Nick Olofsson's managed to reopen that gap back up to fourth, still holding on to third. Austin Strang, though, starting to try to work his way and chew into that gap ahead to second, or up to the leader. Hunter Wellman enjoying a 4-second lead right now, though. That's a big gap to get. Big gap to try to close.
Yellow flag is out.
As we have a caution on the track. Looks like Justin Walbring having issues. Racing with that 41 car of Aaron Murphy. Both of them got onto that inside berm, but Murphy able to get off and keep the car straight, but Walbring gets turned around. And that will bring the second caution flag of this race out. That lead that Hunter Wellman was enjoying, gone, just like that. Austin Strang now going to be on his back bumper, and Strang was running slightly faster lap times than our leader was. We'll have to see if there's going to be a huge difference going into the after this restart. Austin Strang, though, with one heck of a run. Up 4 positions from his starting position. Making him the biggest mover of our race, starting 6th up to 2nd. As we see these cars start to double file up. We know Strang last week was a very quick car. We'll have to see if he's got something for Hunter Wellman in these final few laps here. Pace truck should be pulling off, and there it goes. See Mick Olofsson giving Hunter Wellman just a little bit of a push. Green flag in the air. Wellman with a pretty decent start, getting a heavy push from that 21 car behind him. Out to a good lead. Mick Olofsson looking to take advantage of that inside run on the start. Trying to take second place back away. Currently has a position. Is able to clear up ahead of that 33 car and take second place away. Ray Andrews, a big beneficiary of that caution. He is now looking to take 4th place away from Northcutt. Sliding to the inside there. Almost has it. Catches a little bit of that berm. Gets a little rotation, but that seems to have helped him almost a little bit. Still running side by side here. Ray Andrews for 4th. Able to pull ahead of Northcutt, while Kyle Thayer looking to take advantage of that 77 car being just a little bit slower. We see Ray Andrews catch a little bit of that berm. That's going to slow his momentum down. Let these two catch back up to him. Northcutt back to the outside, trying to take 5th place back away. Sorry, 4th place back away. Still side by side for 4th. Ray Andrews, Daniel Northcutt side by side and racing hard for position. Give the advantage to Ray Andrews that time. Northcutt making a mistake, going way too high, and that's going to allow Thayer to go around him as well. put Northcutt down 2-6. Back up front here. Wellman's back out to a decent lead. About 7/10, 3/4 of a second ahead. Olofsson back up to second place, just ahead of Austin Strang. Strang just over a half second behind second place, and not really able to get much closer here in the last lap or two. In fact, that gap seems to be opening up a little bit. In fact, last time by, Hunter Wellman, Mick Olofsson running very nearly identical lap times. Strang about 0.2 of a second slower that last lap lap around. But we are seeing that 33 start to close in on Olofsson. Mick trying to hold him down, hold him off, running down that low line. Ray Andrews not all that far behind, but he's got company behind him with that 89 car Kyle Thayer. Thayer looking to make a run whichever side he can find. That time around, they're both fairly well in the same line, but you see the track is starting to slick off just a little bit. Will take longer for the track to slick off with the amount of cars that we are running, but it will change as we go through the 40 laps here. Hunter Wellman still out 1.2 seconds ahead of Olofsson in that 21 car. Gap holding fairly steady back to Austin Strang though. Ray Andrews right now holding off that 89 car, doing a very good job. Northcutt out by himself right now. In fact, right now we got Aaron Murphy, Justin Walbring fighting side by side for 7th place. Give the advantage right now to that 666 car of Walbring, as we are now less than 10 laps to go. Hunter Wellman still 1.1 seconds ahead of Olofsson. Olofsson opening that gap up to Strang behind him just slightly the last couple of laps. Still status quo at the front. Kyle Thayer making a move fourth though. So we see Ray Andrews trying to avoid contact with that 89 machine, getting himself way sideways, somehow not losing a lot of ground. But give 4th place to that 89 car, making a bit of a comeback drive here. Ray Andrews settling back into 5th place. Aaron Murphy making the move on Walbring. Walbring falling way off pace now. Justin just not having the kind of race that he was hoping to have. The competition in this rookie mini stock series from season 4, as we see Walbring way out to that outside wall and cutting it hard to pit road. Definitely a lot of frustration under the helmet right now in that 666 car. 5 laps remaining, coming to 4 to go. Hunter Wellman slowly stretching that lead ever so slightly, now 1.5 ahead of Olofsson. Olofsson able to find a little bit of extra speed to get over that 33 car, Austin Strang. Barring any major mistakes, I don't see the top 4, top 5 cars changing at all. They are really strung out at this moment. And it's looking like, with 3 laps remaining, We are going to have a bounty on this young man's head starting next week. To anyone who can dethrone that 64 car. 2 laps to go. He's got a 1 1/4 second lead over Olofsson. Looking strong to go 5.45 on this season. Olofsson not happy to just let him have it, but just does not have the lap time. White flag in the air one more time around. Hunter Wellman has this in the bag, 1.5 ahead of second place now. As he comes through 3 and 4 for the final time. Hunter Wellman, 5.45 in Season 5. Mick Olofsson coming in second. Austin Strang settling for third place. Kyle Thayer coming back through the field to get up to fourth. Ray Andrews will finish out the top 5 with Daniel Northcutt and Aaron Murphy and Justin Walbring rounding out your field. Quieter race overall as we see Hunter doing a, would we call that a reverse polish lap? Not sure exactly what we'd call that, but backing up, doing a little bit of celebration with Mick Olofsson, Austin Strang as they come out to the front straightaway to take their top 3 podium position picture. Is there anybody that can stop that 64 car? Jesus, that kid is quick. 15 years old and showing these boys how it is done. Insane speed right there. As we see them line up for their post-race picture, we will wait for these guys to get into the broadcast booth here to do their post-race interview with me. Do not forget, we will be coming back live at about 8:30, so in a little over half an hour's time, for our Pavement Series race at Lucas Oil Raceway. You will see a handful of these same guys. In fact, most of these same guys will be joining us for the asphalt race. And next week, we will be returning with the dirt mini stocks to Lernerville Speedway on the dirt side of things. The asphalt side of the racing will be at the classic, legendary Hickory Motor Speedway. But what do you say we bring in Austin Strang to the broadcast booth here? Austin, third place finish tonight. You're up 3 from your start. Time for the hardest charger of the night. What was that race like for you tonight?
That race was an adrenaline-fueled, fun roller coaster. That was such a blast to do. It was so fun to race with Mick and Hunter. Congratulations to both of those guys, by the way. Those guys ran one hell of a race. But yeah, it was fun. It was very nerve-wracking, but definitely very fun.
Well, you definitely had a little bit of ground to make up there, coming up a 3 positions. That's almost half the field here in our Rookie Mini Stock Dirt Series race tonight. And yeah, like, wasn't a whole lot of action, but was there anyone there that gave you any kind of trouble trying to get around them?
Not really trouble. I know Daniel is definitely a brick wall trying to pass. He's very clean though. It just makes it difficult for you to pass, and he did really good up until he just made that one little mistake, and I was able to get around him. But other than that, yeah, no one really racing rough or anything like that. It was all nice and clean. Very fun to race all these guys.
Well, it was definitely a lot of fun watching you guys out there tonight. Definitely a very respectful race. Couple of mistakes causing a couple of cautions. And yeah, that was a really good race out there. We definitely saw last week, Austin, that you're going to be a guy to watch. Do you think you have something to dethrone Hunter in the upcoming weeks?
I mean, I'm definitely hoping. When I got that second place, I was trying to make up ground, and I could see I'd made up a little bit, and then I'd lose it, and I'd make that little bit, and I'd lose it. So I'm really hoping I have something for him in the upcoming weeks, but we'll see. He's racing really well right now. He knows what he's doing behind the wheel, so we'll see what happens.
Well, definitely. I know our league leader Dean Qualley kind of put the carrot in the rabbit's ear there, saying that if he wins again tonight, there may be a bounty placed on his head going forward. So maybe we got some extra incentive to try to claim that.
Oh yeah, that definitely was ringing in my mind, and I was kind of hoping I could have done something before the bounty came out, just to kind of dethrone him a little earlier. But I'm definitely excited to see what they say about that and see if I can actually do something about it.
Well, most definitely Austin, but I guess we should go into who do you want to thank there for making your car so fast?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna say White Knuckle Setup Shop and Wraps. Go Rogue Energy, Duck Keys, Admin Box, iRacing, iFlag, and definitely my wife for always, being super supportive, helping me out as much as she can while I'm racing. Bringing me a few things if I'm in the middle of a race, stuff like that. The rest of my family, and just you guys for making the broadcast, and the league for putting it on, man. It was a fun race, and I'm always looking forward to Tuesday nights now.
Well, definitely looking forward to seeing what happens with the remainder of this season there. We definitely have a lot of fast drivers, so good luck going forward. Congratulations on third place tonight, and are we going to see you later on tonight at Lucas Oil?
Yeah, thank you, Tom. And yeah, you will see me at Lucas Oil tonight, so stay tuned. Let's see if I can do something a little better tonight.
Well, good luck then.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Alrighty. That is our third place finisher. And we will now be going into bringing our second place finisher, Mick Olofsson, into the booth. Mick, what a run for you guys up front there tonight. I was watching the lap times for a little bit there, and you guys were trading the fastest lap almost consistently between you, Austin, and Hunter. What was going on through your mind there, especially since that last restart?
I was wishing, man, I wish he would mess up.
Well, I think we've seen enough from Hunter to know that it's very rare that kid makes a mistake, so it might be a matter of making him or forcing him to make one.
I tried. That after that last restart, I was all over his back bumper like white on rice.
Well, we definitely saw you give him the push to the green flag there for sure on that last restart. All you did was kind of push him out to the lead, though, unfortunately.
I wanted to give him one more shot going into the corner, but he just pulled away.
Well, you know what? I know I spoke with Austin about this. It sounded like if he won tonight's race, Dean was going to put a bounty on his head to anyone that can dethrone him. Is that going to be the extra incentive that you, Austin, or whoever else in this league needs to get up there and pass him?
I don't know. I think if we could, we would.
Well, there's definitely that, but maybe it's a matter of finding a setup, or maybe sneaking into his pits when he's not looking and adding an extra 50 pounds.
We might have to.
Alrighty, Mick. What else was going on in that race? So you started up front. You stayed up front the entire race. There wasn't really any major incidents. Was that just kind of a hold your own and stay where you needed to be kind of deal tonight, or?
I was trying everything I could to try to catch on that 64. I could get close, and then mental errors on my own part. I caught the berm, almost completely spun out, lost almost 2 spots. Actually, I think I did lose 2 spots. Was able to get back around them guys. It was tough, though.
Well, you did manage to get back around. Austin was trying to keep you honest. He just about had you back a couple of times, but you held on to second. And, yeah, that was some intense racing between you and third, at least.
Oh, even the battle I had with Kyle, he kept me honest, too. He was right there for at least 2-3 laps, holding me up and giving me a good run down the straightaway.
Oh, absolutely. But anyways, Mick, is there anyone you want to thank for helping making that 21 car so fast?
Oh, for sure. Nice. We gotta give a huge shout out to Falcon Graphics, Far North Motorsports, Strange Brew Racing, All the Dirt, you for putting the broadcast on, my buddy Donnie Bartlett for letting me run his car while he's battling cancer. Donnie, hope to see you back soon, buddy. And Dean Qualley for letting us do this.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dean not able to make the dirt race tonight. Hopefully he will make it to Lucas Oil for to give you guys a bit of a run for your money up there.
Yeah, he's definitely kept us honest in that one.
No kidding. He's definitely going to have to put a bounty on his head if he wins again tonight.
Yeah, he's been tough.
Alrighty, Mick, congratulations on second place here at Knoxville. We will hopefully be talking to you again a little bit later on at Lucas Oil with any luck, and good luck.
All right, thank you very much, buddy.
Alrighty. The man, the myth, the legend, Hunter Wellman. Hunter, you've changed your nickname in our Discord channel to Hunter the Home Wrecker Wellman, and you are doing, well, you may not be wrecking many homes, but you're definitely destroying some of these drivers' dreams. What is your secret sauce out there? Or are you willing to give that up?
I think mainly just trying to mind my own business. There's a lot of guys that I think we all drive over our head a little bit, and me being able to have a little bit of clean air, I think it helps me.
Well, having the speed to not necessarily qualify well, because we don't technically qualify in this series, but to get the good finishes in the heat races, which is what you've been doing all season long so far, giving yourselves those good starting positions in the feature race. We almost have to see about giving you an EOL maybe next week to make you actually earn your keep.
Well, I heard there was a bounty out for me, so who knows what's going to happen next week.
Well, we got to find some way to give these guys an incentive. You know, you're 5-on-5 in 5. So we can't just let you run away with the championship.
Oh, are you sure?
Well, I don't know, but, you might want to keep an eye on your car, or you might have some of your competition trying to do some friendly sabotage, I'll say.
Yeah, Mick and Austin, they're really giving me a run for my money here. They're starting to scare me a little bit.
Well, Mick last year did not have a great start to the season in Season 4. This was about the time that 21 car came into its own and started dominating. Maybe he'll do the same this year and give you a run for your money.
I saw it at Cedar Lake. He's found something. Then Austin joining at Lernerville, he gained about 2 seconds on me that last stretch of the race.
Absolutely.
So we'll have to see.
We're definitely got a very strong field out there, Hunter, and definitely going to have to keep an eye on you. You are very fast. You definitely know what you're doing on these dirt tracks, so you're doing everything you can to put your name on that championship trophy at the end of the Season 5 here.
Well, thank you very much.
Alrighty, Hunter, who do you want to thank for helping making that 64 machine so freaking fast?
I'd like to thank you for putting on the broadcast every Tuesday night. I'd like to thank Justin and all those behind the Rusty Misfits for inviting me and letting me run. I want to thank everybody that's watching both the broadcast and my Twitch stream tonight. And I'd like to thank Hairstyles with John, RJB Automotive, Kellner Range and Supply, KRS Clothing, and now Misfit Creations for sponsoring me both virtually and in the go-kart world.
Absolutely. Thank you, Hunter. Congratulations once again on the win. And I will ask you, as I have the last 4 weeks, are you joining us in the asphalt race tonight?
I don't own the track.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sure you would do very well, but
Asphalt seems to be my kryptonite, especially when I'm around Dean, so maybe that's for the best.
You've said you're not very good at asphalt, and then you've gone on to dominate the race, so I don't know about that so much, Hunter.
I wouldn't say dominate. I was catching them until about turn 3 on the last lap, but I'm not terrible.
Alrighty, Hunter. Well, we'll catch you next week then. How about that?
Alright, I sure hope so.
Alrighty. Thank you, Hunter. Congratulations once again, and good luck going on for the remainder of the season with that bounty on your head.
Yep, thank you very much.
Alrighty, folks. That will do it for part 1 of tonight's Rusty Misfits All the Dirt Rookie Mini Stocks. We will be going back live in about 20 minutes to do our asphalt race at Lucas Oil Raceway. Hope to see you there.